since I see you now on the Echo-Link system. All right, very good. All right, let's go to, let's see here. Well, let me see. KD8UWF, Jerry, let's try you again.
Oh, yes. Glad to hear you, and welcome, Caleb. Glad to hear you. Well, I'm just doing as usual. Still working from home, still glad to be doing it. Still breathing free air, glad to be doing that too. Little project over the weekend, other than doing some FT8, I actually did a couple of FT4s, and that was kind of wild. It kind of happened before I knew it was done. I was able to install Boot Camp on my Mac and install Windows 10. So I have that option on my Mac of running Ham Radio Deluxe and all under kind of wonderful Windows software on the Mac. So that was kind of cool. That's all I have. KD8UWF, back to net control.
Okay, Jerry, well, it sounds like you're having a lot of fun there. I'm glad to see you been working FT8, FT4, and as well as getting things set up on your Mac. That's great. Glad to have you with us this evening, as always. All right, let's come down here to WD8AGH for the Cabell County ARES Races Net. Let's go to K8CYW. Mace, what's going on in your world? You got a brief carrier, but no audio. Do you want to try again, please? Okay, then. Well, I have a little technical difficulty there. We'll come back to him. All right, K8FER. Fred, what's going on up in the Milton area?
WD8AGH, K8FER. Good evening, Fred, and everyone on the net. Oh, we're doing fine here. I just got back a couple hours ago. I had left Friday and spent since Friday up on Snowshoe Mountain, up at high elevation. Pretty interesting place. Have a friend that's got a cabin up there, and we had a great time. So, like I say, just got back in. I just wonder what radio propagation is like from there. Although it's really close to the observatory, so I don't know I don't know how the regulations work up there, but it would be interesting to find out. But that's all we got on this end. I'm going to send it back to you, Fred. This is K8FER.
Okay, well, yeah, Snowshoe Mountain's a neat mountain to be on, and it's actually really nice this time of year, I'm sure. A little bit, it can be warm, but it also can be a little bit cool in the evening, I'm certain. I've been up there a few times, and only in the summer. Never been up in the winter, and that won't happen probably. But yeah, the National Quiet Zone. You're right there in the middle of it practically. You're just a couple of miles from, as the crow flies, from the observatory. And all I can tell you is you can contact the observatory, and they can give you all the information you need if they'll allow you to operate. And as long as they know what frequencies and where you're operating, they don't usually have they just need to know, and they can help you coordinate it. Believe it or not, there is a repeater system up in that area. It's a 220 and I can't remember how it's linked up, but I know I talked into Lewisburg from up there one evening. I was kind of questioning, heard some guys talking on a repeater, thought I'd listen just out of curiosity, and asked them. He said, oh no, we can do this, they know about us, and it's not a problem. But that's in the VHF, UHF range. I think it's HF they have a little more problem, but for some reason, I'm not real certain. But yeah, contact them and they'll give you all the information, whether you can operate or not, or even if you are operating, they'll let you know who it is. And anyway, they'll work on it. Very good. Glad you had a good time there. All right, that brings us to the bottom of the list. Any other stations in which to check into this evening's net, please call the net control station now.
Good evening, Fred. Check in Kilo, November 4, India, Mike uniform. This is Michael in Ashland.
N8FOP, John, Portable, Barbersville, check me in and out.
HQMF, Jerry in Barbersville, no traffic, please checking in and out. Okay then, I did copy KN4IMU. Mike, good evening. And N8FOP, John, good evening to you. And KD8QMF, Jerry, glad to have you with us too. Does anybody have anything for either FOP or QMF? Okay, gentlemen, you're excused from net. Thanks for checking in this evening. Was there another station trying to check in? Okay, let's go to KN4IMU. Mike, how are things in the great state of Kentucky?
Well, good evening, Fred, and everyone else on the net. I hope everyone's doing well and staying healthy out there. We just got done doing our net over on the 9-4 repeater, and we had 17, so had a pretty good night. If anybody gets a chance to check in, we're there Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock, so take the chance to do the free plug there. We are not going to be having our June meeting over here in Ashland tomorrow, just due to the situation, mainly with the EMS building. They still have it restricted to staff only as a precaution, and so we're just going to discuss a couple topics by email that Philip should have sent out or will be sending out here shortly. We are planning on trying to do our Tailgate Hamfest hopefully sometime in September or October, since most of the Hamfests have been canceled. Since most of them have been canceled, and we still want to have ours. We're going to try and do it as safe as we can, with protocols in place. And, since it's outside, since it would be a tailgate, be less chance of being close to people, greater chance of keeping your distance. So that's at least that would be the goal. But we're going to try and discuss that and see if it's going to be a possibility, and may have to wait till next month to make an official vote. But we'll keep you guys updated. Break. Other than that, nothing really else going on. I'm going to go outside and enjoy this weather, find me something to eat, and have a ice cold beverage of some sort, and then work tomorrow. Then I'm off Wednesday. So, with that being said, I'll turn it back to net control. We'll say 7-3, and everyone, see how's it going now. Stay hydrated, stay cool, wash your hands, wear your mask, keep your distance, all that fun stuff. KN4IMU back to net control.
All right, Mike, thank you very much for the information, and we'll look forward to hearing your plans for the tailgate later in the year. I know, it's the key to everything right now is staying clear of people, wear your mask when you're out in public, in close quarters if you are, and just be careful. It's all common sense, really. It really is. There's no rocket science to any of it. Listen to the experts, listen to the health officials. They know what they're talking about. So, at any rate, very good, Mike. Keep us informed. Glad to have you with us again this evening. Enjoy your rest of the dinner. Let's see, did K8CYW, are you back on the station?
UD8AGH, K8CYW. You never know what I'm going to get when I key this mic, this old thing. It's just, I'll keep it short, just say 7 degrees. Take her easy, God bless. Bye, Nichols.
Okay, guy, very good. Well, you're in there. You're not quite as strong audio-wise as you were earlier, but you're there. You were readable. Glad to have you with us, and hope to hear you again. You take care and give a big one to hide the whole family for me. Do appreciate you being with us this evening. All right, bottom of the list. Let's see. Do we have any further check-ins? Please call WD8AGH.
N8TV.
Okay, N8TVO. Yes, good evening. Go ahead and comment. Glad to have you with us.
DEQ via Echo Link.
Hey, Jim, stand by. W8DUQ. Greg, I doubled with you. Didn't see you on there a moment ago. All right, I got you in there. We'll get back to you in just a moment. TVO, go ahead, Jim.
I just want to say good evening to you, Fred, and all those who checked in. Hope everybody enjoyed their news today. Get ready for the warm weather coming back. And HTVO back to control.
Okay, Jim, real good. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, you stay dry, stay warm. It's cool. Sorry. Stay cool. Yeah, the warm weather is coming back. All right, let's go to Echolink. This is Echolink only. W8DUQ. Greg, go ahead.
Good evening, Fred, and everybody on the net. This is W8DUQ. Things have been a little busy here, and that's why I just joined the net. No traffic. Just say I hope everyone's healthy and doing well, and we'll talk to you next Monday night, if not before. Back to net, W8DUQ.
Okay, Greg, real good. Glad to have you with us, and have a good evening. All right, further check-ins, please call the net control station. Okay, very good. Well, I don't have anything else for the net other than the Terror Club. As far as I know, Bud isn't with us this evening. We are planning our monthly meeting at the museum next Tuesday at 7 p.m. as far as I know at this point in time. And I know we've had a new institution of 25 or less groups, and we would hope we'd have more than that, but we won't. It's just that we have a nice crowd. But we do require a mask, and we will social distance at the museum. So come on out and see what's going on with the club. Anything else ham related? Get to meet people, new people, and we've got several new hams in the area that I hope will come out maybe that evening. But CYW, if you're still listening, you might be interested. Steve Scheidler has his ticket now. And unfortunately, I don't remember his call right now. It'll be changed. But just want to let you know that. The only other thing I have, and I'm going to just skip my... last week I mentioned about working 13 colonies. I know several people on here have done that, Brick. The 13 Colony Special Event Station that occurs and has occurred for a number of years over the 4th of July week. I worked it a few times, and last week I mentioned I had gotten down to 12 colonies, and thought I had run out of time, but reread the directions, and thanks to DEQ for reminding me some of the times I was able to get in there, and persistence pays off. You keep listening, and now we have a great new thing called DX spotting websites that people will log in and say, hey, I've heard this station on this frequency at this time. And it really does help to narrow some things down. It doesn't work always, but it helps. And I finally got the last station of Delaware with just an hour, I think, to spare on Tuesday evening. But persistence pays off. Now, I will give you a little instruction, though, and this is true for any communications break. Amateur radio, of course, is with any communications, relies upon the skill and the knowledge of the station you're operating or working with. It's something that has to be learned. It's not something we all get used to right away. And when you're working, when you do get onto your repeaters, it's a little different because people have to stop and listen and talk to each other in an orderly manner, as we're doing tonight over a net. HF is a little different animal, and when you're especially a special event or some kind of a contest, you have one station, maybe somebody's trying to work, you're going to have umpteen people trying to call into that station at one time. We talked about no interference, but in a situation like that, it's almost impossible because you may not hear a station on the other end of the country trying to reach the station you're calling. It's going to happen. But if you do hear somebody, don't transmit over top of them. If you can hear another station, stop, let them transmit, or listen for them to stop. Give your call. Give it one time. Don't give it umpteen times, and I'm going to tell you something. I heard a station give his call over 3 or 4 times in rapid-fire succession. That is not right. That is almost pure interference. Give your call once, listen. Give it once, listen. Wait until it's, and believe me, you just have to do it, but that's the proper technique. You don't give your call umpteen dozen times to get in there. You're interfering with other people at that point. It's a nice sense of camaraderie, amateur radio is. It is also being polite with each other. Don't interfere with somebody else. I did it this evening a couple of times because I didn't realize we had a couple echo links and that I didn't catch. That's going to happen. It will happen, but it wasn't intentional. Okay, then, that's my try-in for this evening. Do appreciate everybody checked in. Do we have any other check-ins? Please call Net Control Station WD8AGH. Okay then, hey, I do appreciate everybody. Thank you for getting. Let me get on my soapbox this evening, but it's something that not only myself, but I've heard a few other people make that comment on some of the various talks websites and whatnot. They heard the same thing happening across, and it's just something we all need to be careful of. It's a fun thing. HF is fun. You can talk around the world, and you can talk. It's just neat to be able to. HF is a whole different ballgame. All right, then. Well, I do appreciate everybody that checked in this evening. We did have 11, including myself, into the net this evening. At that, I'll now turn the link repeaters W8VA, N8OLC, and KB8TGK back to general amateur use. So everybody have a good evening. Stay cool this week. It's going to get hot again. Hydrate, as Mike said, hydrate, hydrate. Keep yourself safe. WD8AGH clear.